Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is February 4th, 2023. Hope you're all doing well. In today's segment, we'll take a look at how to trade stocks with very high short ratio and see how to benefit from it. Look, market has been going up and the meme stocks have been going higher of late. So let's take a look at the market and go from there. Look, from a market perspective, we got S&P 500 going up nicely as you can see here, and we got VIX, which is volatility gauge. Volatility is dropping as you can see here big time, and we got Nasdaq. Look, Nasdaq is red hot. It's going higher as you can see here. That's a good sign. And we got Russell 2000 small cap stocks. They're partying like no tomorrow. That's also a great sign here. And we got bonds. Bonds are slightly going higher, which is okay, mainly because interest rates are coming down slowly. Well, that's a good sign for the market. And look, crude oil is coming down slightly. You can expect energy stocks to take some slight beating here. But if energy drops a little lower, call me a buyer. I've been accumulating small positions in energy and go from there. And look, gold is coming down as you can see here. That tells you the safe haven gold stocks and safe haven names are coming down. Tells you risk is on. So folks are really selling gold to buy Nasdaq. That's what's going on here. They're also buying Russell 2000. And look, from a dollar perspective, dollar came down nicely as you can see here. That's a great sign for the big corporations. So you can expect folks who are doing business outside of US to benefit from this trend here. With this, let's jump in here and go to my favorite platform when it comes to short squeeze, which is FinViz. Look, we got FinViz here. Let's go into FinViz. What I typically do is, if you don't have FinViz Elite like I do, just go to finviz.com and you can go into screener, and I got a screener here which is called short interest. It's very simple screener. As you can see here, I just have price over $1. I don't want to look at penny stocks in this segment here, and I want to make sure the short float is over 10%, and I want to make sure the current volume is more than 1 million shares traded. Very simple criteria. So you can see here I got a bunch of stocks. As you can see here, 226 stocks, not too much. And look, because I got Elite platform here, I could go into the custom view here and look at the fields that interest me. Top of the list is Silvergate, as you can see here. Silvergate is a crypto bank, as many of you know. Look, it's gone higher nicely. Look at the last week here. This is a stock that I talked about this last time here. RSI or relative strength index was down at the time. Look, it's very nicely up last week. Nice profit here. And look, right now RSI is 56. It's a little bit higher for me. I typically love to trade the stocks with the RSI lower than 50 or so. That's where it's beaten down. Look, on a weekly basis here, it's going higher nicely. And on Friday, as you can see here, it came down. If the RSI drops lower, below 50 or so, I'll be buying this one. And we got a few more, as you can see here. Keep watching the weekly performance here. Look, nice weekly performance in many names here. Look, we got Beyond Meat, nice performance here. And look at Wayfair. Wayfair has been on fire of late here. Look at the nice, performance here. It's been going higher off late. And also look, we got the short float here, nice and high short float. Typically, I look at the RSI here and make my move when the RSI goes higher. Look, many of these names RSI is higher. If it's above 56, I will not be buying them. But if it is below 50, I'll be buying those. If it is 50, 51, no big deal, but it has to be below 55 for me to buy these short squeeze names. But if the stock has got very high short ratio, very high RSI, I might look at taking the other side and shorting them when RSI is higher, like in this case of Carvana here. Look at the RSI, it's 80. So with that, let's jump in here and look at my spreadsheet here. Before I jump into spreadsheet, look, if you got a FinViz Elite membership, you can download all of this data into Excel spreadsheet. What I have done is I have downloaded entire portfolio here. These are total stocks, about 4,000 stocks here from FinViz into my Excel spreadsheet, so I can do more analysis. All right, let me take you to my spreadsheet here. As you can see here, this is a spreadsheet with multiple data, premium data. We got data from FinViz, we got StockRover data mainly for the fundamentals. I love StockRover.com. Then we got TradingView. I love TradingView mainly because they give you a lot of data. If you have pro membership for TradingView, you get a lot of data you could download into Excel spreadsheet. And then I got bar chart. Bar chart is great when it comes to options trading, and it gives you a lot of data. If you have bar chart premium membership, which is very cheap, you could download them into Excel spreadsheet and do more analysis. That's exactly what I'm doing here. Look, this spreadsheet is organized by stocks with very high short ratio. As you can see here, we got short float here. All these stocks have got very nice short float, as you can see. And then we got other criteria here. What I've done is I've looked at the stocks with the short float more than 10%, and also volume on Friday more than 1 million shares traded. Otherwise, I'm not interested. Look, we got Silvergate at the top here. Silvergate, as I click on these stocks here, I display some additional information at the top here. It's easy to follow along. As an example, we got Silvergate at the top here. It's got IV rank of 100. That tells you it's very, very volatile. And look, earnings is on 418. That tells you don't have an earning risk right now. And we got Morningstar perspective, growth grade is B, and profit grade is D, and finance is F. That tells you their finance is not great, as you can see here. And we got other data points here. And one thing I always take a look is RSI. Look, we got RSI 14-day as well as RSI 7-day here. Look, RSI 14-day is 56. RSI 7-day is 65. That tells you stock is rallying right now. At this time, I'll be letting some of the winners run and cutting some taking some profit, so that way I can make some money in this market. And look, as you can see here, insider and institution perspective, nothing much going on. Institutions are selling some, not too much. And as you can see here, institutions own nice 86% of Silvergate here. All right, let me take you slightly to the right side here so you can see some more details here. All right, look, we got more details here. I'll put it right here. All right, so let's look through some of these important details here. I'll skip all these things here and go all the way here. Look, we got Silvergate here. Silvergate, as you can see here, nice rally. Look here, we got 5-day 38%, 10-day 37%. I bought this when the RSI was lower. Now the RSI is, look, it's a 14-day RSI is 56 here. At this time, I'm letting some of my winners run and take some profits here. And look, RSI 7-day is 65, tells you super high right now. And look, from an options perspective, look at the option open interest, nice and high. This stock is traded in the options market nicely. Nice option volume also. And look, put call volume ratio, that is telling you on Friday are more calls traded or puts traded. It tells you more calls traded on Friday, which tells you folks are bullish on Silvergate here. But put call open interest that tells you out of all the positions held, option positions held by traders, right now it's a bearish, but it's trending to bullish by looking at the put call volume ratio. Volume ratio is for the day, which is last Friday, but open interest is total contracts held by customers as of now, which tells you it's bearish. But I typically look at both these put call ratios, both volume and open interest. If the volume is bullish, that's a good sign here. That's what's going on here. So look, stock came down on Friday. I would wait for this to come slightly more down, given stock has appreciated so much here. And if it comes down further, I would buy some more, and I would be looking at watching the RSI here. I want the RSI to come below, say about 50, 51, or even below 50. That's when I jump in and buy. All right, next is Carvana here. Carvana is again a great name. It's been doing great. Look at that performance in Carvana here. Look at the 5-day performance, 86%. Look at the 10-day. It's been going up nicely, as you can see here. Look, it's even went higher on Friday, up 1.4%. And right now, look at the RSI here. RSI 14-day is 80. RSI 7-day is 91. At this time, I'm not interested to buy. I would rather wait on this one here and buy it later when the RSI drops below. And at this time, look, price is $14. I might even short slightly here because it's so super hot here, but I will not be buying new positions at this time here, mainly because RSI is telling you wait, don't buy right now. And we got Marathon here. Look, Marathon, Bitcoin play here. They're into Bitcoin mining, as many of you know here. Look at the analyst rating. They got 8 analysts covering with a rating of buy. Technical rating from a technical analysis perspective, it's also a buy here. And look, from an RSI perspective, RSI is 51 in 14 days here, but RSI 7 days is 44. This is one of the stock that I will be opening position here, mainly because look, stock has been down here. RSI is 51. If the RSI drops below 50, I'll be opening a position in Marathon Digital here. Look, target price is $11, as you can see here, and right now price is $7. Stock is sold off big time here by looking at the RSI, and look at the 7-day RSI even lower. This is the stock I would be opening a position next week and accumulate. And look, we got a few more here. We got BBBY, Bed Bath & Beyond. Bed Bath & Beyond, as you can see here, we got look at that option open interest. This stock is very active in the options market. 2.1 million shares in the options open interest. That tells you traders are holding option positions here nice and high, and option volume is also good here. And put call volume ratio, which is put call volume ratio as of Friday, tells you more call options traded, but put call open interest, which is all the contracts held, which is a negative, more put contracts traded. But I give more importance to put call open interest also. That tells you it's getting bullish. And look, from a performance perspective, this has gone up nicely in 5 days, but came down on Friday by 8.4%. Right now, RSI in 14 days 50, and RSI in 7 days is also 50. You could open a position here in Bed Bath & Beyond if you're a super short-term type trader here. But understand there is a looming bankruptcy going on. Don't hold and sit stock like BBBY here, mainly because there is some question mark around the solvency of the company. They might they might enter into chapter 7 bankruptcy here. That's why if you're a short-term very quick trader, you could buy this one here, but you should exit out quickly as it goes higher. All right, so we got a few more here. Blue Apron, and so on and so forth. As usual here, keep a watch on insider and institution transactions. And we got few names here with nice and high insider transactions. Look, we got both Carvana as well as Marathon, nice insider buy here. And also, as you can scan through here, both of these have got a lower RSI. Look, Carvana RSI, like we talked about. Oh, Carvana I would not buy at this time, but Marathon you could buy here with the lower RSI. And we got few more here. Keep a watch on RSI as usual here. I can go slightly here. Look at the RSI. Keep a watch on the RSI as usual here. If the RSI is high, I'm not interested. If the RSI is below 50, call me a buyer. So what we'll do here is we'll go here and say RSI less than or equal to, I will say 51 here, and let's look at those names here. These are the ones I'll be looking at. Look, we got 47 count here, which is not too many. We got 47 stocks here, very high short ratio. Look, we got a short ratio. Let's see here. We got high short ratio on these names here. We got short ratio right here. And keep a watch on RSI here. RSI 14 days is less than 51 here. Some of these are even much lower. And if you're into options market, as usual, keep a watch on open interest here, and stocks with the high open interest make a good candidate. And look, you can also look at the insider buying and selling here. Look, we got few names here. Look, we got IBRX, as you can see here. IBRX has got nice institutional buying here, 19%, as you can see here. And as you can scan through here from performance perspective, this one is not doing great. Look, stock has been down of late here, so that's why you got to be slightly careful here with stocks like IBRX. And look, from a analyst rating perspective, looks like it's got a very high, nice, strong buy rating. Technical perspective also, it's a buy right now. So you could take a look at stock like IBRX here, mainly because RSI is low here. Look, RSI is 14 days 45, RSI 7 days 53. That tells you stock is becoming stronger at this time here. And we got few more, as you can scan through here. We got SAVA or Cassava, as many of you know here. And look, SAVA, as you can scan through here from an RSI perspective, 49.53. That tells you it's also improving. Look, Cassava has got nice insider buy here. You could take a look at Cassava also, and it's not super active in the options market, as you can scan through here. Just 134,000 shares traded, not super active. And we got Sirius XM here. Sirius XM is very active in the options market. As you can see here, open interest is good, not great. You could look at such stocks here and look at the RSI here. From an RSI perspective, Sirius XM, let's see here, it's got RSI 25 in in 14 days and 17 in 7 days here, and stock has been hammered. As you can see here, it's been down big time here. So if you're a little bit longer term horizon type person here, you could buy some Siri. Understand, Siri doesn't jump too much here. It's not one of those meme stocks that can shoot higher. So that's why you got to be a long-term person with a lot of patience to trade a stock like Siri here. So we got few more, as you can scan through here. Look, we got a few more names here. We got ESPR and so on and so forth here. But keep a watch on insider buying and institutional buying here. Look, we got GoEV. Look at that nice insider buy here, 104% here. And look, from a Siri perspective, RSI is dead heat. 14-day RSI is 51, 7-day RSI is also 51 here, and from a performance perspective, it's slightly going higher in Friday here. I would be willing to put a small position here and wait on this one here. And in the option market, as you can see here, it's slightly active, not super active. And we've got a few more, as you can see here. Keep a watch on insider institution here. We got few names here with the Bluebird Bio, as you can see here. It's got some nice institutional buying going on here in Bluebird Bio. And from a RSI perspective, let's see here, RSI perspective, Bluebird Bio, RSI is improving here, but Bluebird Bio, with a lot of folks who know these stocks here, this stock has done nothing for a long time, so you got to be slightly careful with the stock like like Bluebird Bio. It's got 10 analysts covering, and it's got a hold right now. So you could take a look at this one also here. Look from a performance perspective, stock is going higher off late, so this might go higher also. With the RSI slightly below 50 here, you could take a small position in this one also. And we got a few more here. What I would do at this time is I would go into options open interest here. Let's look at stocks which are very active in the options market. I would say greater than or equal to here 500,000. All right, let's go back here. All right, so these are the stocks which are very hot in the options market. Let's also do one thing. Let's say RSI less than 55. So let's get a few more stocks here. Instead of less than 51, let's say 55 here. So these are the ones you could you could look at. These are super active in the options market. Look at the options open interest. As you can see here, it's more than 500,000. And look at the stocks here. These are not very expensive stocks. And you can also look at put call ratio here. Many of these stocks have got nice put call ratio, put call volume ratio here. Look, Marathon, BBBY, Fisker, they all have got nice and bullish put call ratio here. Whereas MPW, medical properties here, this has got bearish. Look at the put call volume ratio here, but still it's getting better. Put call open interest is 2.94, but put call volume ratio is 1.85. That tells you it's getting bullish. You could look at this one also. So these are the names which are super active in the options market, and RSI perspective, it's less than 55. You could look at these names here and look from a performance perspective. Look, these stocks are down in one day here, and also RSI is lower. You could take a small position at these names here and go from there. All right, next let's jump in here into my favorite platform to do analysis, which is TradingView. What I will do is I will open up a chart here, and we'll go into TradingView and look at a few of these short squeeze names here. All right, so what I will do is first I will go into very high short interest names here. I will go right here and choose my short interest. There you go. These are the stocks with very high short interest here. And let's go into Silvergate. All right, so we got Silvergate here. Let's open this up. All right, let's open Silvergate up here and look at, okay, we can go right here and go into advanced chart. All right, so we got the names right here and we got our chart. Let's go all the way top, Silvergate right here, and all right, so we got Silvergate right here. There you go. Silvergate, as you can see here, stock has gone up nicely. Look, I got Bollinger Band here. Stock has gone up nicely. At this time, I would not be buying like we talked about. And if I go back to support resistance here, I would actually go into RSI. Let's go to technical here. I got a technical right here, technical layout here. So as you scan through the technical layout here, let's go into this one right here, Silvergate. All right. So Silvergate is right here, as you can see here. Look, Silvergate from an RSI perspective 56, and RSI 14, RSI 7 is 64. At this time, I will not be touching this one here. Little bit high for me, but I would look at other names here. Look, we got Carvana here, and Carvana, as you can see here, let's look at Carvana. Look, Carvana, it's super hot, like we talked about. RSI 14 is 80, RSI 7 is 91, and look, from a lazy bear indicator perspective, look, it's trying to improve. As you can see here, stock is going higher. Look, slightly going higher, and keep a watch here. We got some news item coming up here, and as we scan through here, we got it's really short squeeze rally here, and as you can scan through your Carvana, in 19 days we got earning coming up here, so you got to be slightly careful here. That's why with the RSI super hot, I would not be buying it here. If the RSI drops, I would be buying it. And we got Marathon Digital, and for the folks who want to add this lazy bear indicator, you could go into the indicators here, and you could say lazy bear. And look, we got squeeze momentum indicator. You could add that to your chart here, then you could see how it's going here. Right now it's trending higher, as you can see here. But look, this one is slightly hot for me. And then you could look at Marathon Digital, and you could just go here and look Marathon Digital. Look, RSI perspective, this one you could buy here. Look, RSI is 51. And only problem is, look, from a lazy bear indicator perspective, it's slightly coming down here. I would wait for RSI to come around, say 50 or so. Then I would open a position in Marathon Digital. And we got BBBY here. BBBY, look, from an RSI perspective, it's a 51 in 14 days, and in 7 days it's 43 here. You could take a look at this one also. Let's do one thing. It's a marathon. Let's remove this and go to BBBY. Look, BBBY, you could slightly buy this one, but you got to be careful with the RSI 50 here. You got to be slightly careful with the bankruptcy looming. You got to be quick, like we talked about here. So those are the ones which are super active. And for the folks who want to look at names like AMC, let's bring up AMC here. Let's all right, so look, we got AMC Entertainment here. AMC, as you can see here, let's actually open this up here. AMC, look, AMC RSI is 60 in 14 days, 68 in 7 days. A little bit super hot for me right now. I would wait for the RSI to cool off here. And from a lazy bear indicator perspective, look, it's slightly getting tired, as you can see here. I would slightly wait for this to come down and RSI to drop, then I would buy. And let's look at few more here. Let's look at GameStop. All right, so we got GameStop here. Look, from a GameStop perspective, as you can scan through here, let's do one thing. Let's look at GameStop. GameStop, look, RSI perspective, it's 55 in 14 days here, and 7 days it's 58. That tells you it's getting hotter. And look, from a lazy bear indicator perspective, it's kind of curving down here. That tells you it's getting into some resistance at this level here. If this drops slightly, call me a buyer. Right now RSI being 55, it's a little bit above my reach. I would wait for this to drop down. If the RSI comes down to say 51 or so, I might slightly buy this one here. And look, from a earnings perspective, earnings is done here. Next earning is in 46 days here. There is no earnings risk at this time here. All right, so with this, let's go into stocks with very high options here. I would go into my stock short option list here. These are the stocks with very high option, very high option open interest. And we looked at Carvana already. We looked at Marathon also. Now let's look at Beyond Meat. Look, Beyond Meat, as you can scan through, let's bring this up here. Look, from an RSI perspective, it's getting hotter. RSI in 14 days 55, RSI 7 days 58. That tells the stock is getting stronger, and it's got an earning coming up in 19 days. So if you want to buy at this time here, be careful. You want to exit before the earnings, so you don't have an earning risk. And look, stock has done nicely off late here. Right now, by looking at the lazy bear, look, we got two bright bars here. That tells you it's getting stronger at this level here. But I'll wait for this one to drop slightly before I jump in here. And we got upstart here. Let's look at upstart. Look, from an upstart perspective, all right, so upstart, look, it's also very strong here. RSI in 14 days is 65. RSI in 7 days is 68. Stock is getting stronger, as you can see here. Lazy bear indicator is also, let's look at actually upstart. Give me a quick second here. There you go, upstarts. Look, this is super hot at this time here. Look at the chart. Its stock is going up nicely. Lazy bear indicator is telling you slightly weaker. Look, it's not bright green. It's a little bit darker green. That tells you it's a little bit getting tired here. RSI is super hot, 68. So I would not be buying at this level here. And then you got FSR here for FSR FSR. Look, this one, as you can see here, let's look at FSR. FSR, look, it's jumped up nicely, as you can see here, and now it's bumping into resistance, coming down here. RSI perspective slightly higher for me. I would wait for this to drop. Also, look, earning is coming up in 19 days. I would not be buying up here. And we got a few more, as you can see here. We got NKLA, Nicola. Look, this one, as you can scan through, let's see here. RSI perspective, it's also getting stronger, as you can see here. Look, RSI in 14 days is 56. RSI in 7 days is 58. Stock is getting a little bit stronger here. So earning is coming up in 19 days on this one also here. I want RSI to be slightly lower. I would not be buying up here. So this is how you would analyze these names here. Going back to the list here, look, we got, these are the names with very high option open interest. So if we remove the option open interest here and go back here, and look, these are all the stocks with very high short ratio, and with the RSI lower, you could take a look at these names here, mainly because look, we got RSI telling you at this time it's okay to buy slowly, and it's below 50, so you're not chasing. Actually, RSI 14 is below 51 here. That's why you're not chasing the stock. Instead, you're buying it on a weakness here. You could also look at insider institutional transactions. If there is a nice insider buy or institutional buy, it's always good to buy such names here. All right, so I'll go slightly down here. We got few more names here. Look, we got Axiom, $68 stock here. Look at nice institutional buy here. We got Ring Energy. Look at that nice institutional buy in Ring Energy. And you could look at such names, even Go EV for that matter. You could look at such names here and have a small position and go from there. Look, market is coming up. Many of these short squeeze names are going higher, but don't chase when the stocks are going higher. Always take a look at RSI here. If the RSI is super hot, don't buy. And you could also look at both short ratio. Also look at the short float. If the float is super high, don't buy, because you'll not have too much jump. But if the float is lower, say below 100 million or so, then there is a chance it will go higher. Look, some of these names have got very low float here. Those are the good ones here, and some of them have got a little bit higher float. Look, we got AMRS, $1 stock. Look at that float here, 234. That's super high here. I would not be looking at such names here. And we got one more right here, Oxygen. Oxygen is look, it's a $1.29 stock. Look at that float, it's a little bit high for me. I would look at a little bit lower float, maybe below say 100 million, not above 100 million, and go from there. So with that, thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.